we're back with another episode of Real Life Movie Talk. It is your boy Chris.
Blockbuster Ben, what's up?
John.
Yep.
Adam.
Special guest Adam, back again to recap our Ultimate Blockbuster Night as well as review The Guardian with us. But first things first, we gotta let you guys know about this contest that we hinted at. So, as you can see behind us here, we have a poster.
They're probably gonna see it. Isn't it?
Okay, I'll do a close-up video. We have a poster of the movie that we're reviewing, The Guardian, that John got off of a job site. Is that correct?
They were going to throw this away.
They were going to throw this away. It is signed by Kevin Costner, Ashton Kutcher, Cell Award, 3 of the stars.
I actually worked with them, and they gave me this at South.
Yeah.
One man's trash can be another person's treasure.
Yep. So the director also signed. So it's got 4 signatures on it. It's framed. It's a really nice looking poster. So if you love this movie or just want a movie poster for your basement, that's signed.
And I'm pretty sure it's legit. The company that was there before was a media company.
There you go.
So they sold their space, and this was. I mean, they were cleaning the place out, and it was just sitting by the elevator. I talked to the building engineer. I said, "What are you guys doing with this?"
Yeah.
And he's like, "The whole floor's got to get trashed." They came back for everything. I was
Wow.
like, "No way, they're throwing this away." He's like, "You want it?" I was like, "I put it right on my cart." I was like,
Yeah, yes, sir.
Yeah, I want this. I called Ben right away.
Yep.
I said, "What can we do with this?"
Yeah, so what we're going to do, to win this item, or to be entered to win this item, you have to like the GAC Podcast Facebook page, which I know a lot of you guys watching already do. But if you don't, like the page and follow it. You have to like this episode and tag 3 friends in this episode in the comments. And you have to share the episode on Facebook, share the Facebook video, and tag either me, Chris, or John in your tag so we know it got shared. We ran into the last contest we had some people shared, and I guess based on their privacy settings, none of us knew that they shared it.
Sorry, Shane.
Yeah, sorry, Shane. So please, when you share it, I don't know what your privacy settings are, anyone, but just tag one of us so we know that you shared it, okay? And then once it's all said and done, we'll give it like a week or 2 to let it run and let people share and do whatever. Then we'll pick all the names of the people that shared it. We'll do a random drawing, and then we'll contact the winner and figure out how to get it to you. If you're local, I'll drop it off. That's no problem.
Oh my God, what if Luke wins?
If Luke wins, I mean...
You gotta come pick it up.
Gotta come pick it up, dog. Gotta come pick it up. Speaking of Luke, did you see what he said?
If Luke wins, we can burn it live.
Yeah.
That's probably what I'll ask us to do.
Yeah.
Hey, mate, just burn it on your next episode.
He said it was like watching, what did he say? It was
Desperate
like,
House Husbands.
Desperate House Husbands.
I love that. That's what I'm going for.
He's this Australian dude, man. He's so funny.
Love you, Luke.
FaceTime thing one?
Yeah.
I'm going for Desperate House Husband.
Yeah, funny guy, man. Really funny
Great.
guy. Okay, so that's it. If you want a chance at this, or if you just want to help us out.
That'll only take a minute.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not.
Yeah.
You're already halfway there by watching this.
Yeah, do it.
And you don't realize how much it helps the videos. Every interaction on all of our posts helps more than you think. So we greatly appreciate all the support.
Thank you.
Okay, now let's jump into our snack and drink choices.
Next.
We're recording early because I got another work trip
Don't tell
this
people
week.
it's early.
Sorry. Okay. Early as in early in the week.
10 o'clock.
Early in the week and early in the day. Yeah. So,
I'm practicing for regular football season.
Right, it's Sunday.
I would
It's Sunday.
already
It's
have had
Sunday.
been drinking since 7 a.m.
Yep.
I don't break character.
No, he does
That's my
not.
command.
I got an energy drink from that my brother provided from the good old 7-Eleven. Accelerator, Island Guava. It's really good. He loves them, so
That's what I'm drinking.
we normally just get on what's on sale at 7-Eleven. Like, that's where we normally go.
What is the flavor?
This is the Island Guava.
Yeah.
Accelerates metabolism, 0 sugar, ocean mineral electrolytes. So, you know it's good for you.
Yeah, I mean, the ingredients like
Ocean mineral electrolytes.
It's got what plants crave.
Nice.
It's all good. You don't
It's
have
got
to try it.
electrolytes.
I'll get you one.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna buy one.
Okay. You guys got what? Same old, same old?
Whoa, ouch, bro. Look at my cool ass energy drink.
Yeah.
We got that same one on there. Let's move on. Not even gonna tag these guys.
He read every ingredient.
I do tag them.
Same old, same old.
I do tag them. I just don't see ever Miller Lite or White Claw being like, hey, guys.
They call me director.
He stays in character.
Every night in my dreams, they're like, come on.
Yeah.
Can I just side note just a little bit to something funny about what you just said? Sean yesterday says, just it'll be quick story. Sean yesterday says, I had the weirdest dream last night. He said, I had a dream that I was at Nick Merck's wedding.
Oh, man.
YouTube, what's going on today, man? Listen, good morning and welcome back to the channel.
That's
You guys
funny.
don't know he's like a major video game streamer.
Yeah.
He said he was at his cookout. He was trying to figure
is
out
coming up.
trying to figure out how to become best friends with him without him thinking that he wanted his money.
Yeah.
Somehow got invited to his wedding. I was like, what did you wake up and think? He's like, I don't know. I was stoked.
I don't know. I've been like, I guess I'm gay now. I can't be dreaming about like, dudes I've never met's weddings. Please invite me, Nick.
You know, not that there's
I
anything
play
wrong
Call of
with
Duty.
that.
Invite me.
Yeah.
I would be in his wedding.
Yeah. He's cool. He seems like a cool guy.
Yeah,
right
he
now.
does, really.
Be in his wedding, but would you fantasize in your dreams about attending?
I haven't yet, but I might.
But who knows
I can't control my dreams with his inception.
Yeah.
Well, I'm saying that's why you're gay, because you can't control it. It just
I mean,
leaks out of your dreams.
Sean didn't say they were naked. He didn't say he was on the other side. He just said, well, he didn't
They
also
were
didn't say
naked.
what side of the wedding he was in.
I always wonder why Sean had a mullet. It's because he loved Nick Merckx.
And here we go. So I didn't take it down.
No, it's fine.
That's your buddy Chris. Same old, same old.
Same old, same old. But what I'm most excited about is so we decided we're going to step away from popcorn for a little bit, and I'll take the blame because I'm just like popcorn.
It's not a blame. I mean, we
Yeah.
got to rotate this.
Yeah, I've had more popcorn in the last year than I've ever had, I think, in my whole life.
And I appreciate it because I
Yeah.
didn't realize how much I like popcorn until we did the EC Pop.
Yeah, and so it's no slighted EC Pops, no slighted pop, but we're just going to rotate in some different snacks.
Which I'm stoked about.
Yeah, so I volunteered to bring the first snack, and because we're on a Sunday morning kick, I've got a little breakfast.
Yeah, we're doing a soccer mom style.
yes.
We're going to rotate who picks snacks.
Yeah.
Bring snack.
Potluck.
So this is from...
You gonna be the orange slices one?
Yeah. I'm bringing energy drinks.
yeah.
Desperate house, man.
This is from a local bakery in Dundalk, Herman's Bakery. Have you guys heard of it?
Maybe.
They do great cakes. I love them. I've been going there since I was a kid. My dad, obviously,
Were they on the Cooking Network?
I don't know. Maybe. Anyway,
Charm City cakes?
yeah. So this is their one of the favorite things that I get
got
from them.
that box.
Yeah. So they're raspberry jelly
All this
turnovers.
build-up.
I'm so
Okay.
excited. I want to see what's in it.
So they're turnovers. They're frosted. They got raspberry jelly on the inside. I got 8 here, so everybody can have 2 if they'd like.
Oh, thank you, sir.
There's also
Appreciate
a Boston cream from yesterday because I also had donuts yesterday.
I love that play.
Yeah. 2 for you,
It's an
sir.
above-average play.
I'm gonna. Okay, so one is one and one is the other.
Nope, they both have raspberry
Okay, I'm gonna
jelly.
save Jen one of these.
Yeah, please. And if you'd like, I brought the Boston cream for you if you want it.
This man, he knows.
to
Secrets in my heart. Yes, put
Yeah,
it right
so you can have that as well because I love
Put this to the
that.
side.
I only have 1 left donut.
Think you chose John?
He's a sweets guy. What do you want from me? You guys can split it. Cut it in half. Cut it in
sure,
half.
Sure, we'll just split it.
I got you 2 turnovers.
You got everybody to.
I know. So anyway, listen. I hope you guys
I'll
like
split
these
it with
because these are like my favorite, like one of my favorite things to get from a bakery. And they also have the best peanut butter eggs Easter time.
I gotta be honest.
Wait.
They're gonna be mad at us if we don't
You
like
talking
it.
about like Reese's peanut butter eggs?
Yes.
Yes, but this bakery makes their own. They're
Had it last
humongous.
year.
Yeah, they're like the best.
From this place?
He gave it to me. Yeah.
Oh, I did give you one last year?
Oh, you're gonna talk about this?
Oh,
You
shit,
talking
I
about
forgot
this?
I did
You
that.
already
You
had-
already- Okay.
Oh,
They're
So-
pretty damn tasty.
So this is the same place. Yeah. So again, I hope you guys like these. I'm not gonna be mad if you don't like them, but I absolutely love them. You like one of my favorite things to eat in the morning.
yeah, they were good. Go.
Bacon, eggs, and one of these on the side. It's like, to me, it's the best.
The only thing I may do is just put it in a toaster,
You can do that.
like an air fryer, just or like put it
Warm
on
it
a
up a
pan,
little?
just warm it up just a little bit.
They also have apple ones, but
That is good.
I prefer
It's
these.
like a gourmet Pop Tart.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
Damn tasty.
Yeah,
Well-
I was gonna save you one of these, Jeff.
So, head to Herman's.
Damn, that good.
If you've never been there, they do great birthday cakes. They have all kinds of donuts. These,
How do
Where is
we
it
rate
located?
we don't.
What scale? Where would we put this? If you were rating this, like, what would you? A Pop
Oh
Tart?
man, I don't know.
Like a just breakfast pastry?
I
Breakfast
guess,
dessert?
yeah, that's what I would think. Yeah,
I don't think compete against any pastry. Breakfast
It's
or
like
whatever.
I mean, I can eat this any time of the day.
That's what I'm
yeah.
saying.
I also eat them throughout the day. It doesn't have to be breakfast. Like if
Like,
I got
I
a
don't
box,
discriminate. but
Yeah.
I'll eat it whenever.
Where's the deli located? I mean, bakery.
The bakery is in Dundalk. It's on the corner of Merritt Boulevard and something else. I forget what. It's behind a diner. I forget the cross street.
You guys got it?
Herman's Bakery.
I do feel like there's a lot of diners in Dundalk.
They have a few. Yep, they have a few.
One, a couple.
It's kind of like catty corner to the police precinct that's on.
I know exactly where that is.
And there's a big shopping center. There's a Texas Roadhouse like across the way, so it's easy to find. Herman's Bakery in Dundalk. Go. I mean, they have great stuff.
Fresh, man.
Their strawberry shortcake is also.
Whatever they use for the filling is.
Yeah.
I mean, that shit is fire.
Yep.
Looks like raspberry jam.
Yep.
I'll give this a. Was it?
Looks like raspberry jam.
What would you give it?
Out of 10? I don't even know how to score like desserts. We haven't even. I mean, I'm in the 8s at least.
Yeah, I was going to say 8.
High 8s.
High 8.
Yeah, high. I love these. I've been eating these since I was a kid. Yeah.
Oh, well, I respect that. Mm-hmm. I give it an 8-1.
8-1.
I'm going 8-8.
I don't really know.
Okay.
8-3.
Boom.
Right in the middle, so my average is closer to what the score is.
Adam.
Oh, it's gonna be at least a 9 for me.
Okay.
Damn!
Look,
I respect that.
We grew up eating these. I mean, it's delicious. It's fresh. It's a phenomenal pastry. And then I guess selfishly, it also has a little bit of nostalgia for me because I just grew up eating them. So
You guys grew up in that area?
My dad is kind of from that area.
the middle road, yeah.
Yeah. So he knows, like, that's how Pizza John's been eating it since I was a kid.
Yeah, I really gotta get there.
Yeah.
Oh, it's amazing. So nice.
They actually, Baltimore Magazine this year, they got voted best pizza in Baltimore. I don't know if they've ever had that before, but they got it for 2021. They got best pizza. Yeah.
You ever had it?
It's the best.
We should go. We gotta
It's the
go.
best pizza. It's the pizza that I compare all other pizza to.
Really?
Yeah.
really
No matter
good.
where I go, it's like, well, it's good, but no Pizza John.
What's how do they? If you don't mind me, how do they cook it? Is it like a thin and crispy?
No,
the
don't think like a New York slice. It's not like that.
Not like Sbarro's.
No, their crust is like, it's like a nice breadstick crust almost, like
Yeah.
it breaks.
Yeah.
But the bottom is soft, and they put a lot of
flat?
cheese. It does a little bit. Depends
Okay.
on how many toppings you guys
Right.
want it. Like you can
I
get.
just go straight cheese.
Just,
so I can compare
cheese. If you pick it up,
pizza.
if you pick it up and hold it like you should,
It'll
it
fit.
should stay.
Yeah.
I think, right? I mean,
Yeah, well, that's me. I'm the same way. Like, if I'm trying a pizza place for the first time, I want either just plain cheese or pepperoni.
Right.
Because if you can't get that right, I'm not going to trust you to make anything else. And I know we were going with this. We checked out.
Dude, I forgot to tell you on
We checked out
Thursday.
the one you were talking, Coal Fire.
Yeah.
we went on Thursday. I'm sorry, last week, but I meant to tell you on Thursday because we'd never been before.
Didn't like
and I
it?
know that. No, loved it.
I go back.
Absolutely loved it.
Did you get the spicy?
We got a cheese, half cheese, half pepperoni and crumbled meatball with the spicy sauce.
Yeah.
Excellent. And then we also got one of their the ricotta infusion, I think.
Okay.
Which was good.
Yeah.
But I just that plain cheese was just fire. The
So
French fries, great.
I love the French
and their
fries.
onion rings,
Yeah,
oh
they
my
were good.
god.
The onion rings are really good.
They were all
Yeah,
good.
so I will go back there anytime. I thought it was great. I've been
I'm glad
waiting.
you guys liked it.
Yeah, I've been waiting to tell you, and I forgot on Thursday.
It was different, like, because usually I prefer just like a regular oven baked pizza as opposed to like grilled over the open flame or whatever. But I would go back there. I would go back and do the pizza again, or I would try some of the others. Like,
The signature sauce is really good too. It's just if you like sweet sauce.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't had a ton, but bar none my favorite as far as sweet sauces.
Okay.
Slice their sauces.
They're gone now. I don't even think they're there anymore.
Oh yeah. So he turned me on to place in Slice of Towson, which was
before.
It's weird. They were like one of the best pizzas I've had it locally. They do the sauce on top, and they used to do slices. And then I did the courtsuhouse out there, and they switched their oven. So then they only made these little 10 to 12 inch pizzas. I mean, it sucks because you're used to that. You're used to getting this crispy slice, and then it just wasn't.
Okay.
But their sauce is comparable when it comes to sweetness. The signature is really good. I just like spicy.
Yeah, it's good because it wasn't like overbearing.
No,
either.
no.
You get a little sweet, but then there's a little heat on it. It was great. The funny thing, the waitress was like, "Hey, we're running a little behind today. It's going to take a little bit. We're using the coal fire." I'm like, so me and him are like, "Damn, we're going to be waiting like 30 minutes for a pizza." 10 minutes later.
9 minutes later.
She made it sound like it was going to be forever.
Coal
and
fire's usually only a few minutes.
the way she made it sound is like we were going to be waiting.
I think that was like 900 degrees in 90 seconds or something like
That's
that.
a Neapolitan way to cook it.
I usually ask them to cook it for like another 30 seconds, and the Spanish guys are always like,
Really?
Who said that?
right?
Put some more time in it.
And then they see your shoulders, and I'm like, all right, I guess we'll cook it.
Except for unless you had Sean, he's a bitch ass.
Oh man.
If I ever got a tattoo, it'd just be bitch ass Sean.
Right on the back. Very awesome. All right, so I watched a movie last night.
Try Coal Fire, try these tarts.
Yeah, boom.
Coal Fire is good.
Yep.
Those tarts are good.
I know it's been a short turnaround for this, but I did want to ask you guys if you've watched the new Netflix movie Sweet Girl with Jason Mamoa.
I turned it off almost immediately.
Yeah.
Really?
I'm not going to disagree. I fall asleep in a lot of movies, but I did the same.
Did you get to the point where he saw his wife die?
Yes.
And he started screaming on the couch?
Yeah.
I turned it off.
Okay,
was
turned it off. So,
that didn't seem real. That didn't seem like a real response.
okay.
He about to fight the
You finished it or you fell asleep?
I fell asleep.
Okay.
I will finish it. Just
Okay.
because I have.
I'll wait and I'll talk
'Cause it's
about
free.
it after.
Okay.
Because Courtney and I watched it last night.
Yeah.
She also fell asleep, but only towards the end.
Oh, did you like it?
Did I like it?
Yeah.
My score would be in the 5s. My score would be in the 5s.
No!
That's a no.
That's things I like, things I didn't like. But there was a major twist that I was like,
It's mostly no.
what the shit? Yeah, it's going to be mostly no.
That's a hard
It's
no
mostly
from
no.
me.
How did you
dog.
feel about his acting?
I actually didn't hate it. He's not a
He
good
is-
actor.
I was going to say, what range are you putting him at? Because if you're rating his acting, it's probably going to be in the 5s.
Like,
Yeah,
he's Khal Drogo, and that's it.
Yeah,
Like,
he's good when he doesn't speak a real language.
You put him in Aquaman, it's like, oh my god.
I hope that was smart on all. If you watch Aquaman, check this out. On all the dramatic scenes, they do it from behind his head. Like you're the person he's talking to. And he's
Like first person.
Like
So you don't have to
Oh,
see
his point of view.
No, I really care about you. I swear.
I didn't hate him in that series he was in though, where he was.
See?
I hated that too.
No,
Or Frontier.
Frontier.
I wanna watch
I
that.
didn't hate him in Frontier.
I turned to Frontier off.
Really?
Damn!
And
You just don't like
Momoa.
Jason Mamoa.
Yeah,
Yes.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'd have sex with him. I would bone him, but I'm not acting.
I know you watch a lot of TV. What happened to that series? Was it Taboo?
Yeah.
Whatever happened to that?
I don't know.
The directors
That shit
realized
was
nobody could understand what they were saying.
But
Yeah.
it was hard.
We talked about it
I
before.
love that series, man.
Yeah, it was cool.
The ending was cool. Was cool as hell when he signed with the Americans or whatever.
Yeah, I
That
just
was-
don't remember it, and it
Yeah.
was hard to be. I was like,
Oh, yeah.
what is happening?
That was
here?
one where
That was
shout out
one-
Eva. I would use subtitles.
That was before I used
Oh, okay,
subtitles. If I
okay.
rewatched it, I bet I'd love it.
Yeah.
Maybe I should rewatch.
He
it
was
with
as hard to
subtitles.
understand in that as he was in Peaky Blinders.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah, but he was way better in Peaky.
Well, Peaky's
Tom Hardy.
But Peaky's one of my favorites of all time.
Okay.
What's
Kid super sidetracks.
what's
No, it's fine.
Jason Mamoa has a new movie on Apple though, and I'm gonna check that out. Where he fights Dave Bautista, like they go to war with each other.
Tony?
I thought that was the show. Is that not the show?
Is it a show?
C? It's called C.
Oh, I don't
I'm
know.
pretty sure it's
Is
that
it a
show.
show? I thought it was
Yeah.
a movie.
Yeah, I think that's the second season that's coming out.
Oh,
Yeah.
So I'll check that out.
Adam and Chrissy said it was good. Shout out
I
Adam
don't
and Chrissy. They said it was
hate
pretty
Jason
good.
Mamoa, but I have
Yeah.
to judge his acting appropriately.
And just to say, but so when you're talking
The
about
Rock
Aquaman,
was real bad when he started, but The Rock got better.
yeah, they did the same thing for the crying scene. Like his hair, you couldn't see his
Yeah,
face.
that's it.
So again, I just felt the emotional reaction because our mother passed away of cancer when we were kids. So I felt the reaction, but I'm watching him. I'm like, all right, I get it. But again, I'll wait. I'd like to know what you guys think of the whole movie. So. It doesn't matter. Either way, I wouldn't recommend it. But you started it. I'd like to know what you.
I would want you to watch at least to the point where he finds out she dies.
Yeah.
Because when he's on that chair in the hospital bed and he's just screaming, I'm
Yeah.
like,
Seems
No
real.
for me, dog.
Yeah.
What did we watch this week?
We watched The Guardian, so let's jump into
Guardian.
it. The Guardian.
Like Price is Right. Like I'm presenting something.
Yeah.
Is there an S, Vanna?
Yeah. You like what I'm presenting you? Okay, so came out in 2006, and again, we're doing this movie because we had the poster. We want to do the contest and blah blah blah.
good movie though.
Good
to
movie.
review.
It's been a while since I've seen it. Probably haven't seen it since theaters. It's rated PG-13, 2 hours and 20 minutes. So it's a long watch.
So don't try to watch it at 8 if the review.
If you're reviewing at 10, don't start it at 8. Directed.
Not that anybody would.
No. Directed by Andrew Davis, who I didn't know the name, but he directed The Fugitive with Harrison Ford.
Good movie.
Holes, Shia LaBeouf.
Great movie.
Yes.
It actually is a really good movie.
Yep.
Coming of age. Love it.
A Perfect Murder with Michael Douglas,
Yep.
another thriller,
Oh, yeah.
and then 2 Steven Seagal bangers.
The Siege?
Under Siege,
Under Siege,
and
okay.
Above the Law. 2 of the good
Oh,
ones
okay.
from back in the
I
day.
love Under Siege.
First
I
Under
just
Siege
watched
is
that the
amazing.
other night.
Yeah, the first Under Siege is awesome.
Yeah.
It's on one of the HBOs
Netflix.
right now.
I think it's on Netflix.
Oh,
too.
maybe that's where I saw it.
Yeah.
I would love to see Steven Seagal and Jason Momoa just act together in a movie about love or romance.
I am
So,
very
shut up,
angry at
Jason,
you right
Jason
now.
Momoa screaming and
Like-
Steven Seagal I understand your pain.
No, those two in Brokeback Mountain. Just replace those with those
no.
two and just see how that goes.
Oh no. That dude, no action whatsoever. Straight up drama. Yeah.
And then you could jump in that the guy that does the splits. What's his name?
Oh, Jean-Claude Van Damme?
Yeah, throw him in there just at the end.
So like
He doesn't actually know much karate. That was just surprising because of the
He's the
movies that he was in.
Really?
Yeah. He did swear he could crack a walnut with his butt cheeks, though.
He's
said
the
that in
lead.
an interview.
He's now the lead in Brokeback Mountain.
So do like the
Breaking
Expendables with all those guys, but no action.
Yeah.
Just a friggin' drama.
Just sit in a room and pan the faces of them crying. All of them in a row, just their crying
Yeah, we
faces.
might be on to something here, man.
I would watch that.
Yeah.
Steven Seagal's face is always like curious. He's always like,
Yeah.
how did I get this fat?
Yeah.
Yeah, he kind
I'm
of.
just a chef.
Yeah. And a sheriff's deputy.
Interesting story about him. He broke Sean Connery's wrist or arm or something back in the day.
And what,
So they weren't in a movie together, but when Sean Connery took a break from left the James Bond franchise, he came back for the remake of Thunderball called Never Say Never Again, which was like 10 years after he stopped. And Steven Seagal was his personal trainer or something, or training him on the combat somewhat. And so the story is that Sean Connery just pissed him off one day. So Sean Connery like broke his wrist or his arm, something like that.
Sean Connery broke Steven Seagal.
No, I'm sorry, Steven Seagal broke
okay.
Sean Connery's
Man.
wrist or
I was
something.
like-
I was going to say, that's just bad.
Yeah, no, I'm
Sean
sorry.
Connery did
Yeah.
it.
No, I'm sorry if I said it. I apologize, but yeah, no, Steven Seagal broke something with Sean Connery's.
Wow.
Joe Rogan outed him as not knowing karate.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, there's a whole thing about
all
it,
the
yeah.
stories are like made
So
up.
all the story of him like living in Japan.
Yeah,
and
all of
learning
it
and
made
all that.
up.
Damn, that makes me upset because
It's
I
hilarious.
really thought he was one of the few that
Yeah,
actually
I
did karate.
Yeah.
From his early
Well,
days.
his-
Yeah.
Seagal?
His
Did you see the video where he's throwing people around?
Yeah.
Come on.
What was the
He's doing
style?
flips.
Aikido?
He's like, it was like
Something
2
like
years ago.
Yeah.
2 years ago, Steven Seagal just flipping.
They-
people.
I mean,
Yeah,
Keto,
movies-
isn't that a diet?
The movies are stupid.
Aikido, yeah. If you go back and watch them, the action, you're like, oh, I see it. But like as a kid going on watching that shit, it was awesome.
I mean, you watch Bloodsport, I thought that Jean-Claude was holding it down.
No, I meant Steven Seagal.
I know, I'm
But
just
now,
saying.
like,
For context, same thing. I used to watch
Yeah.
Three Ninjas, like,
Oh.
F you up.
Rocky. Man,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
ought to review that. That's a classic.
that is
That is a
classic.
great movie.
Damn, that's such a good movie.
Slow it down.
We are
slow
old.
it.
Yeah,
When they're all
Slow it
talking
down,
to each
slow
other with
it.
the cups, man, God,
yeah, it's
it's
great.
so,
movie,
such a,
man.
Pizza Man.
we are old.
We are old.
We are
Shit.
old.
And that's okay. That's
Rocky
it's
Colt
funny you say that
sometime.
because that's anyway.
Yeah. That's your quote.
Yeah,
It's
dude.
one of mine.
Yeah, and the guy that wrote this movie, The Guardian, he only wrote one other movie. So it's this and then something called ICU with Sylvester Stallone. But like, I'm sorry, yeah, EYE, ICU. It's some such serial killer movie. I don't know if I've ever seen it. But he doesn't have a long writing career. I don't know. But the movie is about a high school like swim champ who enrolls in the Coast Guard's A school to become like a rescue swimmer. And he's taught by the most like decorated. I wrote dedicated, but that's how asleep I was when I was writing this. I wrote dedicated, meant decorated, rescuer in the school's history.
But one leads to the other.
Yes. So it stars Kevin Costner, Ashton Kutcher, Stella Ward. Funny anecdote we caught yesterday. Another character, Captain William Hadley, played by Clancy Brown, who also played a Captain Hadley in Shawshank Redemption. Yeah.
He was
Wow.
Captain of the Guards.
Captain
I mean,
Hadley.
no
Captain
shit.
Hadley in both
Good
movies.
call.
Wow.
Yeah, he called it. He was like, I think that was his name in Shawshank.
Yeah.
And
Good, good,
I was
wow.
like, wow.
That's awesome.
We looked it up. Sure
now I
enough.
gotta look up his filmography and see how many Hadleys.
How many
Hadley.
Hadleys? Yeah.
Doesn't somebody use their actual name in every single movie that they're in?
A lot of actors
Is
do
there an actor
something
that
like.
does that?
I don't know.
I don't know about that, but
I
I
don't
know plenty of actors have to have that one little thing
Right.
that they do, like Samuel L. Jackson with the color purple,
Right.
and then like.
Okay.
So it wouldn't surprise me if an actor did that.
Yeah. I mean, they're
I'm gonna look
they're
it up. I
actors.
think somebody like on the like a more forefront actor. I'll look it up.
Okay.
I remember hearing it.
That's his name, huh?
Neil McDonough's in it, and Amari Hardwick, who I forgot but was even in it. Small part at the beginning, but like that's the guy from Power. Like it's funny to see him in shit before Power.
That's the exact same thing I said to Jen. I said,
Yeah.
"Okay, short ass. I forgot about
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
The dude from
Amari
Power,
Hardwick, yeah.
Ghost.
The main guy
Yeah,
from
he's
Power.
the one. He's
yeah.
the one who. Never mind.
The dude from Holes is in it too. The one that gets killed in the beginning.
Of Holes?
Yeah.
Okay.
The guy that kissing Kate Barlow, the one who.
Oh, DeLay Hill.
He died. Yeah, he's in this too.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
since he
Yeah.
directed
Oh
Holes-
no, I didn't write. Yeah, I didn't write the name down, but yeah, I know who you're talking about. But okay, so overall, it's been a while, like I said, since I've seen it. But I thought overall it's a pretty great movie. Like it's definitely worth seeing. Had a lot of great like special effects for like the rescue scenes and
Especially for one that was.
I
made.
love storms and water.
Me too, dude.
Yep.
I think I've said this before. I love when nature is like its own character in the movie.
When it's nature.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and like it's
Nature
set in
in itself.
the majority of the rescue scenes are set in Alaska.
Yeah.
The school itself, I think, is in North Carolina, but the rescue scenes are all in Alaska, and the scenery is just unreal.
I was going to say, that was one of my favorite parts. Like they're definitely out there. They're definitely obviously not when they dive in and they're
stuck.
doing the boats, like saving the boats and all. But when they're in the chopper, those that third person view of the chopper over top of those waves and going in that little
sick.
Yeah.
That's look. If I'm in that chopper, I'm going nah. I picked the wrong job.
They're probably already dead.
Go ahead.
They're probably already dead. But
That's why the very beginning of the movie, I was like, Jen, do you see this? That's why we don't go on cruises. Do you see how big that goddamn wave is?
how'd you do with Poseidon?
No, I'm just never going on a cruise. There's no way, dude. There's no way.
I was on a cruise ship.
I'm sure
that
it's
lost
on
power.
TikTok. What?
I was on a cruise ship that lost power, and
no.
the turbines are going. It was like swaying like this.
Nice.
It was awesome. We were gonna die.
BG&E ain't coming out there to fix that.
Totally
You know what I'm saying?
flipping
They
out.
ain't driving out there to take care of that power line. You are fucked.
We were standing there, like the whole bar flew off and smashed on the ground.
Nuh-uh.
I swear to God. And I was standing there, I was like, dude, let's go take a nap. She's like, what? I was like, let's just take a nap. And when we wake up, everything will be fine. And she was like, hey, Sean. I was like, yeah, we'll be fine.
And in your mind, you're like,
I laid her down in bed, brushed her little head, and went, oh, we're going to die.
At least you get the night sleep.
But we
You
woke
got that
up.
well filled out correctly?
Did you fall asleep?
Yeah.
Oh, no way. I would have been
No.
able to fall asleep. I would have been.
See, I'd have been up
I'd
on
have
the deck like, this is awesome.
Nope.
God rocked me to bed. No, they shut the deck down. You couldn't.
Oh, really?
I would have been trying to figure out how to get
God,
an Uber helicopter out there.
man.
Could pick me up.
It was wild.
Kevin Costner, can you come out here and get me?
Said that she couldn't.
We're gonna look. I'm.
Get to me first, dude. Get to me first.
Remember, save the one you can. I am the one. Fucking put that basket down here, okay? I'm not gonna be Jack from Titanic. Drop that basket. I'm going.
Ashton!
Oh man.
Sorry.
What do you think of the movie, Adam?
I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. Not to get into spoilers, like I have some thoughts
We'll
on
get
how
there,
I
we'll
would
get
have
there.
ended it, but I enjoyed the movie. I thought it was a wild ride. The parts when they were away from A school, some of the training scenes I thought were just mind blowing.
They used some real footage for that too.
Oh yeah, it was. That was pretty cool the way they weaved that in.
Mm-hmm.
When they were at A school, I kind of remarked to him, it gave me like Officer and a Gentleman vibes. Which not that I'm, we've talked about it before. Like they all kind of take concepts from each other, but I kind of got that a little bit. But I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. It was something I think people should see.
Yeah. What's cool that like I don't know many movies that are about like the Coast Guard. You see most military movies are about different branches.
They don't get any. I mean, this is definitely sheds light on it.
Yeah.
Well,
They don't get
Costner
it.
had that line about how like everybody's focused on them because they're combat based.
But it makes sense, and like I respect it, man. Like I've heard that their boot camp is like it's like the Marines and then Coast Guard, but then this A school is like the
Like the SEALs.
and like come on, all that time in the water, dude. Out of high school, I thought about the Coast Guard, like I was going to join, and this is when I was in like really good shape. Guy told me I was overweight. I went to the recruiter's office. I was in good shape. He's like, for your height, you need to lose like 15 pounds. I was like, guy, I'm almost skin and bones right
They
now.
care about suicide back
Yeah.
then.
I was
You're
like,
a fat piece of shit.
I was like,
You're not doing it.
dude, I'm
Get out of here.
17, like playing basketball. Like,
Hey, muscle don't float.
yeah. And he was like,
As we learned.
he's like, you gotta lose some weight. And I was like, guess it's the same for me.
The recruitment center is just a scale. You walk into
I got
the
news for you,
boom,
bud.
fat, get out.
Yeah.
I got news for you, buddy. I'm not getting any smaller. That's what you get.
Yeah, right.
This
yeah.
is my base. I'm only building up from here.
Yeah, I'm cultivating mass.
Dude, we've been through this, okay? I'm cultivating mass. Stop saying that. You are not cultivating mass. And if you are, stop cultivating and start harvesting. Bro, check this out. Try to move me. Well, I'm not gonna try. Try and move me, bro.
Cultivating mass.
I meant to ask. I know you. I'm sure you looked into it. This is not based on anything real, right? I mean, they panned to some of those original Coast Guard pictures at the end.
I think it was an
and the
homage.
way, huh?
Just an homage. I think.
Okay.
I think I read something on Wikipedia, so take that for whatever it's worth, that the opening scene is based on a real crash.
An event?
Yeah, like an
Okay.
actual event.
I thought maybe they were just like loosely basing the story, at least the Kevin Costner guy, off of
Probably.
like I'm sure there's probably some major documentary.
When you say the opening scene, do you mean the traumatic one or the one where the husband tries to get in before his wife?
It would be
the one right after.
Where the hell
Yeah, but that
with
makes
Ghost
sense.
with Ghost in it.
Yeah. Yeah, where the helicopter gets hit.
Where it becomes a
Which,
great
I was also
speaking
gonna
of
ask-
that husband, we got to come back to that for a minute.
We'll
because
get to
I-
his punk ass. Yeah.
I got.
Okay, it's big.
Do you think a helicopter would explode hitting the water like just from that high up? Like it was only just kind of like it was like it didn't seem like it was that high.
They do say after 100 feet is concrete.
Right, but it wasn't that high.
No, he said
It was-
50 feet is concrete, 80
Yeah.
feet is death.
Yeah, it was low enough to where the boat was able to like clip it.
Yeah, but
So-
No, it was a container, but yeah, it was like
Yeah.
coming over the wave and took off.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if it would have actually exploded.
propulsion and fuel, and then they got a lot of
that's a
moving
fair
parts
point.
there. It only takes a spark in that fuel.
There's a helicopter
And that's the
crash.
thing, and there's like with the rotors going
Yeah.
that fast, there's probably a lot of static electricity in the air. Could have caused a spark somewhere.
I wonder what kind of fuel
I don't know.
a helicopter uses too.
yeah,
Depending
I
on the
don't know.
octane, I imagine
That's
it
some
could be more.
high octane.
Yeah, high octane could be more flammable.
Yeah,
I
dude,
know
yeah.
it's very dangerous.
Again.
Like race fuel
Yeah.
is very dangerous.
Yeah, it was just a thought.
Yeah.
When it happened, I was like, I wonder if that would actually happen.
I
Or
think
they just
I think
special-
Obviously,
I would say I think it's possible. I don't know
Yeah.
that it would have been. I don't know
Yeah.
about the physics of it, but I
You
would
guys
say
look it up and comment.
Yeah, leave us a comment.
Spoiler: there's a helicopter crash.
Yeah.
you didn't pick up on that.
Yeah.
Did you like it?
I liked it. Yeah, I thought it was good. And we're gonna get again. We're getting ready to jump into some spoilers here, and I'll tell you what I didn't like about it. But overall, it's a good watch, and I think everybody should see it.
Yeah.
Some things I really liked about it. I liked that it was two
Was
main
spoiler? You want
characters.
spoilers? Or
No.
Okay.
Just that I liked it or not. Can
Yeah,
I say
yeah.
that? Am
Yeah.
I allowed to say whether I liked it or not?
Oh, I didn't know. You said because the first thing we hit is
John didn't even say whether he liked it.
no.
I didn't answer yet.
Oh, you
He went
did?
right to your brother. Skip both of us.
Oh, did I?
No, it's cool. There's no order.
He's tired.
I am tired.
It's
Shit.
10:30 in the morning.
Yeah, so I liked it. I really
I need
enjoyed
another one. Can we, yeah.
Keister that.
Yeah.
It works better.
I really enjoyed that there's two main actors. Essentially, like, you wouldn't get a Best Actor nomination. They're two leads with their own stories that kind of come together in its own way. And both of them could be the star of the movie between Kevin Costner and Ashton Kutcher. And I think, honestly, Kevin Costner's renowned. Everyone loves him. But I think Ashton Kutcher did a really, really good job.
He was good.
Like, you wore him. As soon as he walked off, you knew he was going to be the cocky kid. Just based on facial expressions.
Which is not his normal character, which was kind of cool to see him in this role. It definitely diversifies it.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome to see.
And he was able to hit emotional stuff
Yeah.
very well too.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, better than Jason Momoa.
Yeah, I mean, that ain't hard to do.
John, did you like it?
I did like it.
Okay.
All right, check that box.
I'll be over here eating the rest of these cupcakes.
Yeah, I did.
No, I thought it was good.
Okay.
I thought it was good. This is probably maybe the fifth time that I've seen it. I haven't seen it in a while. It's like another one, like 13 hours. That when it came out, I enjoy any kind of military style movies, but it's definitely, I like it. I know we talked about last week how every movie is a movie of another movie, but this is really like one of the only Coast Guard movies I've ever seen.
Yeah.
It definitely sheds some light into what it takes to be one.
Yeah.
I mean, the training right away. Like,
Yeah.
I love how he took, how Kevin Costner kind of like takes over the one, because of the scenario.
Yeah.
Takes over the camp and
Asserts himself.
yeah.
Asserts himself right
Yeah,
away.
yeah, and because of how decorated he is,
They're just
the
like-
captain's like,
Oh.
is like Captain Harry or whatever. Is like, is it gonna be like this? And he's like, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. it is.
What's that diver movie with Cuba?
Men of Honor.
Yeah.
That's a great movie.
I got some Men of Honor vibes as well.
Yeah, that's a great movie too.
Cookie.
Yeah. You guys want to jump into spoilers now?
Take those steps. Yeah.
You ready? All right, spoilers. Spoil it up. Spoiler!
Helicopter crash.
Helicopter crashes. Yeah. All right. So first up is like spoilery likes. What do you got? Anything?
That we like.
Yeah.
Spoilers.
Spoilery.
Spoiler alert.
I like that Ashton Kutcher had a backstory. He had Douchey, the greatest kid, but they never really explained why he wanted to get in the Coast Guard. Because he was recruited by Ivy League schools. He was one of the better swimmers in the country.
Yeah.
And he had when he said he had his swim mates tattooed on his arm, I knew something was weird.
Yeah.
But
Because he doesn't get into it about him. It's
Right.
Like that was on my swim team.
But that whole scene, when he comes in after the bar fight and he's like, I like you protecting your friend, and then Kevin Costner's like, let's go back.
Yeah.
That whole thing was awesome.
It was.
And you got
that
to see
part is-
Ashton cry.
Right, that part is well written to find a way to bring them to a common ground.
You talking about the scene specifically when they're together in that office?
When he shows them the
and then he's like, you know
shows
what,
them
let's
the
go back to the
newspaper.
bar.
Yeah.
And Ashton Kutcher's like,
That's my favorite part.
When they go back to the bar?
Yeah,
Really?
I
Okay.
love the fact that I think that when he recognizes, that Ashton Kutcher appreciates him, telling him like, I've been there, I know where you're at, and them kind of finding that common ground to let him know that I don't actually hate you.
Yeah.
You just are super talented and I don't want you to waste it kind of thing. And then to kind of show that we're good now, let's move forward. He takes him back to the bar to kind of be like a big brother, father figure.
Yeah.
And F these dudes, we're going to go right back in here, sit right down at the bar. Is that your boy over there?
Yeah.
Kind of thing. I was like, hell yeah, man. That would be all. I could just imagine my dad going, "You got your ass beat?
Yeah.
Where was it?"
Well, yeah. After you get arrested, you're expecting your dad to yell at you, and instead of yelling at you,
because Ashton comes right in. He says it's my fault. Homeboy who's been kicked out of the school 3 times. Like, there's like a lot of character dynamic there because he's now stepped up for that guy twice. He got rid of the big dude that took the guy's bed, and now he stepped in there to take the L, basically get kicked out of school so that other kid didn't get kicked out.
Yeah.
Which is I think he sees that and appreciates that he's always like a caretaker, even though he's arrogant.
Yeah.
And he's like, you know what, I got you.
Another cool, really cool dynamic to just that scene is when Kevin Costner says, "I think they would forgive you," and he goes, "You don't know shit about me." Like he's telling him that he understands, he sympathizes. And he's like, "I don't want your effing sympathy. This is my life. You don't know anything about me." And that was cool too. So that one thing you're like, oh, finally Kevin Costner's nice to him, and he's like, "Fuck your niceness." And I'm like, wow, I like that.
Yeah. That scene.
I think about some of the stuff you guys just said when it came to that. Like, that's a good. I thought it was like at first I thought it was kind of like a little like just the whole
eccentric.
Like it needs
corny.
it.
Like he's like the guy comes over and he takes him out, like slams his big motherfucker's head on the bar, and I don't know. But like based on what you guys are saying and like the emotional.
Well, I'm just saying. I think that's why.
The pre-scene is incredible.
I think that's why they did it.
Yeah, that's great. No, but you're right though. I didn't think about.
I kind of
incorporated,
incorporated that all into one, one thing.
Right.
I mean, literally from there forward, it's like they're a team now, and Ashton Kutcher starts leading. They take him out, drop him in the water. They're not coming back. All right, team, let's bind together. So like he kind of he listens to him. I guess. I don't know. Yeah. There's a good change of it's basically the turning point for the rest of the movie.
Yeah.
You got a favorite scene?
Or just likes?
I don't know if I have a favorite. Thank you.
Gotcha.
I don't know if I have a favorite scene. I mean, I enjoyed it. I feel like I was invested and I was along for the ride. I don't know if I can point to a favorite scene.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if I can point to a favorite scene. Like, I enjoyed it.
Every moment was as watchable as the rest.
Yeah, it was just, to me, it just kind of like, I thought it flowed
Good flow.
and like nothing really like stood out as good or bad. It just kind of like.
It's actually a good sign for a movie.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it, I enjoyed it.
Very watchable.
Is that a Bad Batch Troopers helmet?
This is something he got me.
That is from the Bad Batch now. Right?
It's just a stormtrooper. No, it's from this website Zero Foxtrot, and they have some movies. That's where I got the.
Do you know what the Bad Batch is?
It's Star Wars thing, right?
It's the stormtroopers that rebelled against the clone
but I think
takeover.
This was before that show came out.
Yeah,
that the show came out like 10 years ago. They made a spin-off series recently about them.
Oh, okay.
I'm a Star Wars nerd. So.
No, I know, but I think that the Stack Rebels thing is like I think that's just a regular stormtrooper.
Okay. I'm saying it's the Bad Batch used to design like.
Oh, did they? Okay, so maybe it is. I don't know the stuff that you're.
Sorry to derail.
No, but I got that from the same place I got the those 2 shirts that I have. The Squad Goals one with the guys from Point Break.
Yeah.
And then the Heat T-shirt. The Talent. Is it the Heat?
You want to know if it's the damn Heat?
Is it the Heat T-shirt? It's Heat. Yeah, it's the Heat T-shirt. Where it's like 30 seconds flat. He's got the hockey mask. Anyway, I liked really that it kind of starts up in Alaska. You go down, you get the whole school thing, and then they go back to Alaska. I like the whole just the progression of the story. I thought it was really good.
Pretty full circle.
Yeah.
That's why it had to be 2 hours and 30 minutes.
Yeah.
20 minutes, but it's like start.
It
didn't feel. I was going to say when he told me that this morning. I honestly had no idea it was that long.
Yeah.
I will say I didn't. When they went back to Alaska after A school, a part of me was like, all right, is this going to drag now? Like, I felt like they could have kind of wrapped it up shortly after the training, but they didn't. And I was fine that they went back, and I understood why and everything. But I did have a minute of pause, like,
but
really have
how much of this are we going to see?
But what are we going to achieve here?
It reminded me of Stripes. If you've seen Stripes,
that's a great movie.
Where they get out of class and training, and then they actually go on deployment.
Pretty much what you said about.
Full Metal
EM-50 Urban Assault Vehicle.
Yeah, the Urban Assault Vehicle. Yeah.
EM-50 project.
Do you guys have any dislikes?
Yeah.
I know you do. I know, and you know I do.
And I'll
Yeah.
hold
Hey,
on.
you guys go. I want to hear your.
I hated the end.
Yeah.
I hated the end and what they did with Kevin Costner's character. I
Yeah.
thought it was such bullshit. We both agreed, and it was just like, how, like, just to give a little context, they go out to rescue. Ashton Kutcher is getting these guys off a boat, and there's one guy he can't get out before the helicopter has to leave or whatever, so he stays to try to save the guy. So then they have to scrounge up another crew, and Kevin Costner, who is now at this point going to be retiring, he's the only one there. So they go get Ashton Kutcher, and they're trying to rescue him off the boat. And it's like the situation that it gets told, like Ashton Kutcher gets told a story in his bar about something that Kevin Costner did.
Got one record you didn't break.
They kind of replay this scenario, but in reverse. And Kevin Costner ends up falling from the line or letting go of Ashton Kutcher's hand, and then he hits the water and just disappears. Like, this expert swimmer disappears immediately.
With the same gear he always has on.
With the same gear, with bright orange.
Right.
Immediately, I was like, no way.
He's got the beacon. He's got the floaty part.
Yeah.
That
I
is
said, no
hands
way.
down is my least favorite part.
He's just
It would have
gone.
been one thing if they're like, we got to come back and get you.
Yeah.
Because in the other accident scene,
Yeah.
they got the C, what is it? C, whatever that plane's called. C-50. Nope, that's not it. What was the plane that flew by and dropped the C-130?
Yeah,
the C-130 flies by.
Yes.
None of that happens there. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, he's dead. He died right away.
They just left.
He's
We're
dead.
out.
Well, can't find him.
In the opening rescue scene, they had the...
They don't throw
Yeah.
shit out.
Yeah.
They don't throw a basket. They don't throw a life raft. Nobody else tries. They don't lower the helicopter. No
Yeah.
spotlight. They're like,
Kevin Costner dropped. Let's go home and have a memorial.
he's on the way down. They're like, he's dead. Fine.
Yeah.
He's so
Dude,
fast.
that just pissed me off to no end.
You could have killed him
Should
another
retire
way.
from-
Yeah, there was a lot. I don't mind him dying there.
Yeah,
Right.
And definitely not in a way to. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
In a way to save somebody,
Yes.
you know what I mean? Because he would have done that. And he for sure you can see his pain when he says the 22 thing about how many he lost or whatever. So I know that he would have
Sacrifice
himself,
Yes.
but that was very poorly.
The way they did it, yeah.
Like, okay,
sucked.
let's
That's
recreate
why
the
that guy
same
doesn't write
scene
movies
and hold
anymore.
himself. Okay.
Yeah.
So that actually kind of gets to one of my biggest gripes with the ending. Like, the way I would have done it is...
Save it. We got director's hat at the end.
Just say you don't like. Just say you don't.
I didn't like the ending.
Yeah,
I did not like the ending.
We'll
I
say
would have
that,
done it
but yeah.
differently.
Yep. Dude, yeah, and like, then he's a fucking spirit saving people.
Yeah,
like they turn it into this crazy
The
legend.
Guardian.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
becomes
It
the
becomes Jason Momoa.
Yeah, he's Aquaman.
He's hanging out in
Aquaman.
Atlantis.
Yeah.
I like that part though because
Really?
The closure part of it.
it's like a modern age fairy tale, like a pay homage in its own way. Everyone knows Davy Jones isn't real, but his reputation lives to see them.
I mean, sailors do have their
Right.
superstitions that, you know, okay, I can...
A little bit of that. Like I like that as modern age. Obviously, it's not him saving you, but every time you get saved, the incredible things that he's done throughout his life is a representation of you being saved.
Sure.
In his own way.
Yeah, I was just pissed at that point, so I was overly
I can see
critical.
that.
Yeah. What about you guys? Did you guys have any dislikes?
I think I share
The same thing?
ending. The way just
Yeah.
I don't mind that. I don't mind the very end there, and you're right. My brain might have been skewed with the sea in the ocean thing. I didn't hate that part. Whatever.
Okay.
Especially, I do agree with you completely that they're very seafarers are very superstitious about stuff. And,
yeah.
You know, the whole throwing a wine bottle at the boat, and if it doesn't break thing. I mean, the superstition is very relevant.
Can't have a woman
And-
on board
and
the
she-
ship. That's all.
Yeah.
That was a
always
Black
use,
Pearl.
and it's like always use a woman if you're gonna name a boat. A name is
Has to be a female.
female name, like the super, just as superstitious as some of the athletes. So I didn't hate that, but I do agree that it was like they just forced that scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll never
die
let
for
you
that.
go. I know. Come on, Kevin Costner. You should have wrote this scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually didn't necessarily like him dying there. Typically, I like when movies kill off the main character because I think it's a bold play.
Yeah.
But here, and maybe it's just
They
me
both could've
playing
lived.
devil's advocate, but I would have preferred, and we'll do that when we do the director's cut, but him dying didn't necessarily need to happen for me.
Okay.
I mean, far be it from me to be critical of the Coast Guard, but do they not carry a backup winch I mean, that like he was like, "This is it, we're done." Like, do they like?
He was
it
in the water
wasn't
for,
like.
Hey, the
he was in the water
let's
for
get the fuck out of
5
here.
Like,
seconds.
do they not have a backup one, just in case?
A rope,
A floating,
a ladder,
a lifeboat,
Hey,
on anything.
Hey, the winch isn't working. All right, drop them off. Let's get the hell out of here.
But you see, it wasn't like
How do you not have a boat rope when you're in the ocean?
It wasn't like when Ashton Kutcher's helicopter went out there and like, we got 20 minutes max.
Right.
Okay, we're out of gas. We gotta go. It was just like, we're out.
I mean, he was in the water for 5. I mean, he was like, he's dead.
Yeah.
Let's get out of here. Captain, right as soon as he let go, the captain was like,
He's gone.
he did.
Yeah.
What the fuck? You don't know he's dead yet. The man can hold his breath for 6 minutes. And the first storm that he jumps in, those waves are like 40 feet tall. This storm wasn't even close to that.
Yeah,
man.
no.
If he lands in normal water, it's definitely not over 50 feet because
Yeah.
they're still pulling him up from the level that they were at before. Like,
I'm with you.
Yeah.
they could have did. I mean, he could have died the same way, but at least I hate to say that, but like let him struggle a little bit.
Yeah.
You know? Have him try to go down there and get him in a wave, take the helicopter and make it fly. Anything. But
Yeah. Yeah. You guys got any lines? Favorite lines?
there's a ton of good lines.
There's a lot of good lines in the movie.
Mine was so they do this thing where they count how many people they've rescued.
Oh,
And
yeah.
toward the end, he looks right at Kevin Costner and says, "What's your number?" Kevin Costner said 22. And he looked at him and he goes, "Well, I mean, it's not 200, but I mean, that's a good number."
Yeah.
And he goes, "That's how many people I've lost.
Yeah.
I only count the ones I've lost."
Yeah, that's a great line.
And I was like, "Golly, pretty wild."
That was a good moment.
I assumed that's what he meant when he said it, but
Yeah.
it still was impactful. And I was in the car watching on my phone.
John, you have multiples?
A ton.
All right, so I'm going to give my one. I only wrote one
I know
down.
it's this one right here.
Yeah. So there's this great scene in the bar, in one of the bars, where Kevin Costner's talking to the bartender Maggie. He's talking about he's getting divorced from his wife, and Kevin Costner says, "When the heck do we get old?" And Maggie goes on this whole thing about how getting old. She says, "I'll just read it." She says, "Hell, I've always been old, Ben. You know what though? I don't mind. I mean, if my muscles ache, it's because I've used them. It's hard for me to walk up them steps now. It's because I walked up them every single night to lay next to a man who loved me. I got a few wrinkles here and there, but I've laid under thousands of skies with sunny days. I look and feel this way, well, because I drank and I smoked. I lived and I loved, danced, sang, sweat, and screwed my way through a pretty damn good life, if you ask me." But the one part at the end is she says, "Getting old ain't bad, Ben. Getting old, that's earned." And I love that.
Yeah, getting earned that.
'Cause
Getting old, that's earned is awesome.
I struggle with that sometimes. I've come over into the 30s and I'm like, fuck, man. Like,
You don't think you'd make the Coast Guard?
No, I just like getting old.
Fact.
Getting old fucks with me, man. Like it,
It's
like
better than the other.
I hate when people say
Yeah.
don't get old. Like, I'm not dying young, asshole.
The alternative of getting old is death. So it's definitely
that's
better.
fair. It's just like
Better be
it's
over
just
the hill than
it's
buried
just
under.
it's a weird thing that sometimes that
Oh, yeah, I mean, getting
you're
old-
getting older, so your parents are getting older. You're like,
You got any one of
shit.
those?
Like, am I ready to not have my parents around? Like, it's just a weird thing
Yeah,
that I
especially
deal
when
with.
you
Guess
start
what?
losing people.
And when the last one dies, we become the old folks at the
We
party.
are the
Yeah.
people that were worried about dying.
Yeah, man. So anyway, I love that part. I love that.
That was a great moment.
Yeah.
That was good.
Soon will be grown ass old people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Only if
Soon.
that's your choice.
Yeah.
Used to be grown ass children.
Yeah. Yeah. You guys, Adam, do you have a line? Or?
I didn't write down a favorite line, but both of yours I would
Okay.
co-sign on. Like especially the one that you meant like that was
Getting old is earned is awesome.
getting old is earned. Yeah.
This I'll do the one I have. I have a couple still, but the scene where my favorite scene where he's in there talking to him after he comes back from the bar, and he's trying to express, because Ashton Kutcher, which is a good scene too, when he's talking to his girl, he's like, I don't know how to impress this guy. It's like, no matter what I do, he doesn't seem to like me. And she's like, maybe he just expects more out of you. And then they kind of bring that full circle in that scene. And Ben Randall, which is Kevin Costner's character, goes, "You have a gift. You're the best swimmer. But you know what I see when I look at it? I see someone fast enough who's going to get there first. I see someone strong enough who's going to last. I see someone who can save a life no one else could. You really want to honor the initials on your arm? Then honor your gift." That's such a good sign.
Yeah,
That's such a
man.
good quote.
That's all. When you saying that brought me back to when Ashton Kutcher was breaking all the records in the pool.
Yeah.
And then Kevin Costner went over and started cheering, like just rubbing his
Sitting
face.
there, he's like,
oh my God, he's so fast!
Yeah.
Nice, man, you're going to do it!
With that, I thought it was sarcastic.
It
like,
was. That's how I took it.
Yeah, I took it as, all right, this has got like they got to be setting him up for something.
Which
like
is
it's
funny
just to
to me.
show how selfish he is.
Yeah.
Or what, but
And he did. Like, Ashton Kutcher popped up and he didn't even want to acknowledge it.
Yeah.
It's just embarrassing.
I mean,
Well, because he's like, what is going on here?
Yeah.
He doesn't understand.
He already gave him a chance at the very beginning. You know, when they throw him in the pool, when they're all in the pool, and he literally asked because he knows that guy's going to cramp up. You know, I think that's part of it. You know, the whole thing is kind of like a test for this guy because he knows he's the best swimmer, but he obviously knows that the kid is arrogant. And he put them all in the pool in the beginning in sweats. And the one guy's, he asked me, he said, "Would you, give your life for someone else?" He's like, "Oh, of course I would, Master Chief or whatever." And the guy's drowning. And he pushes him off of him.
Yeah.
And when he goes to get out the pool, he puts his foot on his head. He's like, "Why didn't you help your teammate there?" And he's like, "I didn't know this was a team exercise." And that's when he tells him, he's like, "This unit only works as a team."
Yeah.
So he gives him, he gives him that opportunity early on to
a lot of great
try to change his character.
Yeah.
And I mean, again, that's why I think that point is so pivotal. Pivotal.
A lot of good lines and lessons. Yeah.
It's
yeah,
early.
for sure.
I'm drunk.
We can just anything you would change about the movie. Mine are
ending.
going to be the same as Adam's, so I'll let you speak to that. You guys actually, it sounded like you guys might be on the same page as to how you might have changed something.
Director hat on now.
Yeah.
So I too don't have an issue when they kill off the main character, but I want to see it done right. And so probably my biggest gripe with the movie was in training, Kevin Costner and they were all going on this spiel about you're going to have to make a choice. You're not going to be able to save anybody. Nobody can tell you what's the right time because Ashton Kutcher even asked Kevin Costner at one point, how do you choose who? And so they kept.
That was a good moment.
Yeah, it was. And
It's a lot of good lines.
Okay. But they kept, they harped on it, not harped on, but they brought up a couple times about how you're going to have to make that decision at some point. And, which I thought was great, it's a great lesson to be learned, but Ashton Kutcher never had to make that choice, and I wanted to see him have to make that decision.
Well, they leave the captain in the boat.
He was dead at that point.
Well, he wanted to go back, though, remember?
But
he tries to go back. I mean, I agree. I think that, I'll agree to not disagree completely, but I think that they hyped up, like you're saying, they hyped that up. They a bunch of innuendos of him having to make that decision at some point. I agree, but I don't think they used it well because that guy's dead. It would have been way different if he couldn't get to somebody that was alive.
Right. So that's why, when they went back out,
Yeah.
like Ashton Kutcher and the captain was down below, I was like, okay, this is where he's going to have to learn that lesson and make that decision, and he didn't. And then when Kevin Costner, when Captain Haddock was like, you're the only swimmer I got, and so they went back out, I was like, oh, maybe Ashton Kutcher's going to be the one to die, and Kevin Costner is just going to have to make that decision to leave him behind. And then the roles reversed, and so I was like, okay, well, maybe Ashton Kutcher should have to make the choice of leaving Kevin Costner behind. Maybe Kevin Costner gets down below and he gets separated.
Because he did tell him that you pick the weakest ones first and then swim as hard as you can for as long as you can.
That's it. I wanted to see him have to make that decision.
Cool. Yeah, that would have been
whether
cool. To not save one of the swimmers.
To not save
one of the divers.
Yeah,
Either one of them. Yeah, that would have been neat.
If that's how they would have killed Kevin Costner off instead of him just unzippering his or unvelcroing his glove and falling, it was like he never had to make that decision. Which maybe that's morbid, but I wanted to see him.
No, that would have that to me makes for a better ending. That's why I don't. When you said that, I was like, oh, 100%. Was that what you?
Ripping off your glove is a selfish move by Kevin Costner because he wouldn't even let Ashton Kutcher try to break that.
Yeah.
Selfish piece of shit.
Yeah.
You're not getting my last record.
Yeah.
We're only in 6 minutes. You're not getting the dudes.
I really would have liked to seen Ashton Kutcher or Kevin Costner transition to retirement, and then just a quick flash forward, and then Ashton talking to him, and Kevin having good lines about how his life is miserable now that he's not doing it anymore.
Yeah.
Just to see it.
Him fishing.
Part of me thought when he said he was going to retire and go fishing, and then they got the call that there was a boat out there. I was like, oh, what if this is Kevin Costner's boat?
That would have been cool.
I thought that would have been an interesting.
That would have been cool too.
There's multiple ways they could have done this way better. Just the end specifically. Like either you let him live, because I like that too, then you get to see him in retirement and whatever, or you pick a better way to do the death. I mean, it just, we don't have to harp on it much anymore. That's.
It's also kind of dicky to the ex-wife.
I probably agree with all of this. I like kind of like all these ideas. I might have actually liked one or two more dive scenes, like some of those scenes, because I thought they were really cool. But
Really
they
cool
could
scenes,
have used the scene like you were saying. Let's say they both live in that scene right there, and there is that one more time that Ashton Kutcher goes out and Kevin Costner ends up hearing about Ashton Kutcher dying, trying to save somebody, or he comes and sees him in retirement because Ashton Kutcher had to make a hard decision. His first time actually not being able to get to 2 or 3 people that I'm gonna die if I try to get to them, and choosing to let 2 people die.
How would you feel? How would you feel if right toward the end, Jason Mamoa as Aquaman saved?
That would have been
like a real dramatic scene.
Yeah.
And Jason's
Major
crying.
twist.
I out loud said Aquaman when he said there was a guy in the water holding me. Like it's sit right next to us.
Jason Aquaman.
And that's the other thing. There was a guy down there. So they don't even check to see if there's a guy down there. They just all right.
Two different times.
Yeah.
2 different times.
Yeah.
No matter what, him falling out of the chopper and them immediately thinking he was dead before he hit the water, I was like,
He gone.
But I do have to be honest, it didn't affect the movie at all.
No.
No.
The scene was
Yeah.
but the rest of it was a great
I'm still
movie.
my score is probably around the same regardless. So, do you guys want to score it? We ready?
Ready to score?
I'll go last if you guys want to.
can you give less than a 1?
Yeah, go guys. Let's see what we got. Blurt them out. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't care.
Blurt them out. Go.
Oh, me first? Let me look at this.
Oh Jesus! You don't know the scale by now?
Well, I came in here tonight, like, all right, or today.
I also don't know.
You sons of bitches!
I leave
the
that
scale.
I leave that out here. Every
He
time.
wrote the scale. He also wrote the structure of how we're supposed to do this, and forgets every week.
Didn't he just tell you and he has to watch the review to see what he says?
We're doing likes first.
Yeah, what if I have Alzheimer's?
This
You're
was
gonna feel real
his-
bad then.
I won't.
I won't.
That's the same
You
thing.
won't remember.
It's the same thing I say to Jen. I'm like, what if you find out at some point there's been something wrong with me my whole life, and that's why I don't ever remember anything?
Yeah.
She's like, it won't matter.
Yeah, it won't matter.
You won't remember. It won't matter.
I'm gonna go 7-2. Why is that funny?
That's his score.
That's my score. That's so funny. Yeah.
Well, I came here today like I'm probably gonna wind up between a 6
higher.
and 8.
2.
I'm gonna go 8-1.
Okay.
7-7 for me.
Okay. That's so funny, Adam.
I'm gonna watch
It sucks the way this is broken down.
I'm gonna watch it
Because
Yeah. You want me to retool that
I have watched this multiple times, and I could watch it
Put it
again.
on purpose.
I mean, obviously, I just watched it again.
But that wasn't on purpose.
But to get into this watch it multiple times, we'll watch it multiple times thing. No, I guess
Are you saying we
those
should
two are kind of the same. Like if it's no, I mean leave it like this because that's how you've done them since day one.
Anytime
But
it's on, it's like
I won't turn it
that
off
movie.
if it's on, but it's not. It's not quite. If I
But
see
you
it,
know
I'm
how
gonna
you
sit
feel
down
about
and watch it. You
with
know
the,
what I mean?
with the 9s, you know those movies.
Oh yeah, I can quote it.
Tombstone, which is probably why I'm not gonna win. Spoiler alert, I might not win this week. But Tombstone, like that's it's 9.
Yeah.
Avengers 9.
Yeah.
Like you know those are
Shawshank
9.
Redemption 9.
8s are
Iron Man
like
for me is 9.
And for me, like this is a movie.
Infinity War.
I'm excited to see again.
Yeah.
See, now I mean, like I watched it, enjoyed it,
7-7 now.
but I think I got everything out of it that I needed to get out of it. So I'm not.
It's not over yet.
I don't feel
You
rushed.
No, I can't. You can't
Okay.
change your score.
Score's a score. Well, that's it.
I could see why
you
it's
say
in
your
8s
score?
too.
7-2. 7-2. I like that was literally
If
score.
we're
related
picking
or something?
7 and you're saying 7 also?
No, he
Okay.
picked 7.2. I'm also picking 7.2. I do think had the death scene been done differently, I'd probably be a little
Could get it
higher.
in.
I'd still be maybe up in the
Even
8s.
though he said it doesn't affect the movie at all.
You know, but I'm saying, but you're right.
It
I
does,
did say
though.
that,
It
but
does.
it does, and I'm sitting here.
Because your brain resonates something that you didn't like about it.
Yeah.
Even if they did the end differently, I don't know that it would have broken an 8 for me. Like I might have been bumped
That's
up a
fair.
little higher
Yeah.
into 7s,
Mid-sevens,
but I don't know
yeah.
that it would have broken an 8.
I'd be
for me.
closer to yours, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would have taken it to the. I'll definitely watch it again.
Yeah.
See? Because then it puts it to like where I would like to sit down. I'll watch it again because I want to sit down and watch somebody watch it, kind of thing. Like I'm excited for that ending, but the ending was very dull.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Let's
Tell them again what to do.
Yeah. So here we go. We're gonna recap the results of our Ultimate Blockbuster Night first.
Yeah.
But to win this poster, you have to like the GAC Podcast Facebook page. You have to like this video and tag 3 friends in this video. And then you have to share this Facebook video or share the video on Facebook and tag either me, Chris, or John so we know that you've shared it. And then your name will be entered into our pool. And we will draw a name in a couple weeks to see who wins this.
After seeing this movie, that's a great prize. I mean,
I think so too.
especially if you're in the the Coast Guard too. Like this is just an homage to how awesome you guys are. You don't get any respect.
It's already framed.
Yeah,
These are
already
definitely
framed.
legitimate signatures.
Yep.
We're gonna send you the NFT version though, so we're keeping.
I did hear Kevin Costner bang Kyle Ripken's wife. Google that.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Nice.
And they
I saw him at an Oriole game together.
They say that's why they did the blackout at the
Yeah.
Oriole Stadium during his 21-31.
Kyle Ripken was in jail
because he got locked up for punching Kevin Costner in the face.
No way.
Yes,
What?
he told me the story, so I looked it up.
Whoa.
And I was a child. I saw him. I saw Kevin Costner at the Orioles game with Kyle Ripken's wife.
It's some month, the 10th of like 1994 or something like that. It's legit.
Yeah.
This is a legitimate story.
It was 91.
They say that it was. That might be when it was. They say that the blackout at the it wasn't the Oriole Stadium. It was another stadium.
In conclusion,
he was supposed to fly somewhere
Fuck
and
Kevin
go to
Costner.
the game, but he was locked up.
Yeah.
Wow.
Cal Ripken
So they did the
was
blackout. That's
locked up.
rumors.
So
but
yeah, they're like, no, the power outage wasn't because of that. It was the whole city. Blah blah blah. But I mean, the man was
That's
wrong for Lou Gehrig's record.
wild.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do some research.
It's a crazy.
Wow.
It is a pretty cool story. I was like, "There's no way that's true."
and I said no way that's
it
true,
is true.
But I personally saw
Yeah.
them at a game together.
That's crazy.
I walked right up to Kevin Costner. I was too scared. I was a baby. I
He
love
said, "Can you
Waterboy.
sign this poster?" Yeah, that's how we started.
Interesting.
Wow.
So screw Kevin Costner. Ain't breaking the Orioles record. Only good thing they have is
Or
Kyle
screw
Ripken.
Cal's wife. Then you could be Kevin Costner.
Well, he was never home. He made every game.
Yeah.
Valid.
All right. So you guys ready for the results?
Yeah, I forgot all about that.
I'm gonna crush you guys.
Yeah. So to recap, A was me. I had the Wild Bunch, Wyatt Earp, 310 to Yuma, 2007, the remake.
I like that.
No Country for Old Men, and the Cowboy Way. That was my team. B was Adam. He had Tombstone,
Solid.
El Dorado, Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, The Big Country, and Blazing Saddles.
I want to shoot two of those.
C was John.
Blazing Saddles is hilarious. You should watch
Yeah,
it.
that's one of the two.
C was John, Django Unchained, Unforgiven, An American Tale, 5 Goes West, Dances with Wolves, and Back to the Future Part 3. And D was Chris, who had Young Guns, American Outlaws, Hidalgo, Maverick, and Shanghai Noon.
Y'all sleeping on Hidalgo.
How many votes?
My brother Eric was like, Hidalgo was low key, like a great movie.
Yeah.
I think he even said it.
Y'all sleeping on it.
So to give you a little, Chris and I did not fare well in this Ultimate Blockbuster Night.
I didn't think I would.
Chris had 1 vote.
Hey, Dan Wargo. I told him to vote too.
I knew you did.
I didn't tell him to vote for me.
Oh, okay.
I told him to vote.
Okay, cool. I had 3. I only had 3.
How many votes total to be?
Total votes. Let's see, 15, 23, 26 votes total. And I guess that means people don't watch westerns. Like
I would have won if there was 100 votes. I'm pretty sure.
Probably.
Yeah.
So yeah, Chris had 1. I
That
had
math
3.
checks out.
So it was really between these two guys. It started off, B was the front runner. Ooh. Okay? But then C came up from behind it and took it. C had 14 votes. And John gets the win on this one. And I think it's
5 goes west, baby.
it's mostly what I saw was a lot of people were like Django,
This motherfucker
Django.
Back to the Future 3.
Right, but Django
That's my
was-
last pick.
Yeah.
That's my last pick.
We had a comment, none in big bold letters. So that was fun. Shout out to her.
Hey, why?
I like that. That's awesome.
Speaking
Yeah.
of which,
Shout out to Script too.
MMV
Script said E, none of the above. He responded to me. He said
your
E.
mileage may vary. Is why MMV the guy responded to.
Oh, your
Oh,
mileage.
your mileage may vary. Okay.
I don't know.
I don't remember the context of when he said it though.
Yeah. Does,
Django looked like
So, there we go.
Lark.
Chris has 3 on this. John has 1. I'm still
Yeah, I
looking
don't
for
know what
1.
that means.
I
You're
don't know. I
smarter
gotta
than I
figure
am.
out my
I
thing.
don't know.
I'm picking how I would want to structure a night and show people.
Yeah, I want to. Let's do comedies next time, maybe.
Okay. Yeah, that'll be fun.
Just out of curiosity, how many did I get?
You had 8.
So it wasn't even close.
At first, though, like you were all the votes.
So
at
that's what I'm
first,
saying.
and-
I stopped looking.
Yeah.
After I saw Andy's C, I was like, hell yeah. And then I was like, B. I was like,
Did you see why she picked C?
no.
Yeah,
For
C
Cowboy.
stands for cowboy.
Oh, I love
That's
it.
why she picked C.
Love you for that.
Yeah, I was like,
Hopefully I'm C every
Thank
time
you, Miss
now.
Angie. Thank you, Miss Angie.
dude, she said, I said, am I tripping? Is that a character's name from one of those movies? I don't remember. She's like, no, C means cowboy.
I hope I get C next time for comedy.
Script said none of the above.
He said, he responded to my IG story, said E, none of the above. Not a big Western guy.
Oh, what are you responding at Taco Bell?
Well, he's an athlete, so you would.
Right. Right. So, next episode, we're going to be doing Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, which I'm super pumped to see. And we're going to bring back a segment we haven't done in a while, Movie Kombat. We're going to pair two kind of, I don't want to say lesser known, but not as popular Jonah Hill comedies. We're going to do The Sitter versus The Watch. So I don't remember a lot about The Sitter, but I love The Watch, but I'm wondering how they compare. I just had a weird thought.
Conversations with him and the little girl are kind of funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They do some things in that movie that are pretty funny.
Yep. So that's it, guys. Again, like the page, like this episode, tag 3 friends in this episode, and share the video and tag one of us so we know you shared it.
You're already doing half of it.
Yeah, please. You're helping us out. We appreciate all your viewership. We love you guys. Thank you. No shot, right? Or you guys want to do a shot? It's Sunday morning. I don't really need one.
When in Rome.
You can't drink all day if you don't start in the morning.
That's fair, but like...
Real talk from real movies, you real listen. Real life from real hype, you feel different. Underrated, appreciated, or barely made it. You let us know at Law Bay, yeah, you really hate it. And Christmas like in the past, you got it going better. And like Jesse didn't show up, and we gon' let her. It's real talk, no theoretical, though it ain't invisible, man. It's so dependable, man. You can't see him, it's the dark or bright. Ask Chris with his Miller Lite. Or Blockbuster is so good, right? Candyman or Tony Dodd or Holy God. I mean the devil all the time, we're released alive. Apocalypto, go against the grain like your boy Adam, who drink Jack like Jungle Land and Nick Mullins. Educators, tell us what you know about him. Is it bad or good like Peanut Butter Falcon? Special guests like Danny D and Dave Arnold. Let us look to the future, event horizon. In real life, the movie will never stop. Till it does, we drop, and there's no getting up. Until then, subscribe and they let you know the tops. Only way to know for sure is to watch. So shut up and drink your pops, your soda and corn pops, and listen to the real life movie talk. Movie talk. I'm isolated like the lady in black, and I seek revenge for these movies that whack.
We good?
Yeah, I think I'm so. I think I'm so.
You drunk?
I think I'm still asleep. When I was like writing notes this morning, I was like spelling so much shit wrong, forgetting letters. I was like, God damn.
I fucked myself
He called
up.
and was like, you want a drink? I was like, yeah, I need an energy
Energy drink.
Yes.
Send it.
Yeah.
I was wide awake at like 7:30 filming dogs, and I laid back down at 9:15 right before y'all got here, and I'm like, you take that brief ass nap, I'm all fucked up. I seriously thought he was sleeping in the car. I thought he was doing the same thing.
No, I got up extra early to watch the movie, and I was like, oh shit.
This is so long.
I was talking to
You
Julia.
watched it this morning.
I was like, oh, I'm not gonna make
He
it.
woke up at 8 to watch a 2.5 hour movie. We were doing a 10 o'clock review. Yikes!
That's what I was doing in the car.
This part is boring. Fast forward.
Yeah.
I gotta figure out.
Well,
what
I've seen it before. I wanted to make
Need a
sure.
refresher.
I wanted to make sure he died at the end. I couldn't remember.